We knew it was always going to be a difficult afternoon, but to me that feels a little bit, and I don't want to over-egg it too much, like what could have been sort of day today. A world-class team like that don't need a leg up, they don't need any help, and unfortunately Ipswich, having got themselves a shock early lead, did do just that.
Yeah, they did, and it was a fantastic moment, wasn't it? The away end was just there behind us, it was absolutely packed out, and they all went mental. Sammy Smodix was played in by Ben Johnson for the opener. I took a few seconds for the protest the fact they went in until I saw Kieran McKenna running and celebrating, until I really noticed
it. Took an age to go in, didn't it? Sort of hit Edison and trickled over the line in slow motion.
So it was a fantastic moment. The first Premier League goal back in this division. Sammy Smodic's first start. All the momentum, all of the hype around Ipswich in those few seconds, but it pretty much was a few seconds, it was a few minutes in the end, wasn't it? And it turned into a bit of a moment of madness after that.
We hope this kind of baptism of fire, as Kieran McKenna says, will fast track their progress and harden them for hopefully some easier inverted comma tests to come. How are we feeling about this start?
Overall, fairly pleased, because there was always the risk of these two teams, Liverpool and Manchester City, running riot if Town weren't prepared. I mean, they've had a few of those fears in pre-season in terms of the lack of numbers and just a few concerns maybe in pre-season. There were those fears that it was going to be a really tough start, given the fact that we've seen Liverpool and Man City hit 5, 6, 7s, 8s and dominate these games. And look, they've been the better teams against Town over the course of 180 minutes, but that's not the surprise. And the fact that there are positives to take against these kind of sides means that we should now be able to take those forward going into Fulham, Brighton, Southampton, Aston Villa in the weeks to come. They're not easy games by any means, and you can't look at these and say we performed well against Liverpool and Man City, so we're going to get points and beat Fulham and Brighton and Villa and all these teams. But it is about now going to taking these forward. It will now be a case of now going to get the points, because no one really cares. They've come away from Liverpool and City with 0 points. That was to be expected. I think, as you said in your tweet, the season kind of starts now.
Yeah, perspective time. Forest Green Rovers away was the first away game of the season 2 years ago. The Etihad today, got players to come back from injuries, new signings to get up to speed, more to come in the door before deadline day. Hopefully Ipswich can take something from these first two games, and I think they've shown that they're not here just to make up the numbers in the Premier League. Slightly surreally, signing off from the Etihad. Next up, AFC Wimbledon in the Cup. The line-up for that's going to be interesting on Wednesday night. We'll see you then.